So as you can guess, I'm having a little trouble. Like, the Game Boy player itself is like, I think $50 at most. But, ooh, this is a nice version of the Green Hills. I think the Game Boy player itself is like $50. Like that, at most I've seen them for like 100. But the disc can go up to like, I've seen people trying to charge 150 for just the disc. The best deal I've legitimately seen was someone charging 200 for both, and I still didn't want to pay that much. And the worst part is, without the other, one is useless. If you don't have the Game Boy player, you can't use the disc. If you don't have the disc, you can't use the player. I legitimately hate it. I think that's my biggest complaint about, like, price charting websites. Is, like, now, you used to have this chance of, like, stumbling across oddities for nothing. But now, they've honestly made it so that, like, everything is labeled as expensive now. And, like, occasionally you get something that's, like, labeled for, like, $4. But it's, like, that's rare. Because now when you want to sell something, first thing you do is you look up the price for it. And that's a big thing in the gaming market. Everything is overpriced now. Nothing is worth what people are trying to sell it for. And there is like actual factors in it. Like, this is the only way you can play this game because it never got re-released. This is there's very limited copies, so this is already pretty rare. Like, supply and demand. But like, then there's just people being assholes. Like, I get it. Paper Mario 1000 Year Door, that's a popular game, and, like, it's on the GameCube, which didn't do well, and the game's never been re-released. But you can't expect me to pay $100 for it. That's so much. Like, just... Especially for a game you did not pay that much for. Something you... I'm gonna say... Like... This is one of those... This is going to sound very r/choosy beggars, but, like, you don't want it. So, can you at least give me some leeway for, like, buying it? I get you trying to sell it. But, like, be a little generous to people. It's already hard for gamers to get some stuff they want because they have to deal with scalpers. Like, anything that's physical with games is going to get bought up by scalpers, and they're going to sell it for like 10 times the amount. It's near impossible to find a PS5 for less than $1,000 because of scalpers, and it really sucks for like people who just want to play a PS5. Like, I legitimately want a PS5. There's a lot of cool originals coming out for it. But I can't get one because, one, it's already really expensive. It's $500 for a PS5 if you want the physical version like I do. If you want the digital version, it's $400. But in that case, I think if you want the digital thing, it's actually cheaper to buy the. It would actually be cheaper in some regards to buy the physical version with the disc because it has more storage space. I think it actually comes with more storage. I know that a lot of Xboxes have that problem. Like, when they make digital-only Xboxes, they tend to not have enough storage space. Which is why it's generally better just to buy one with a disc port, because they give it better storage. I'm going to clean up to the thing I made here, and then I'll probably loop back. I gotta be careful here. I can't step inside the circle. Oh god! I broke the circle! Oh god! Everything's falling apart! Anyway. Not to mention, if you buy disc, it does save more storage space. It just takes up more physical space in your room. Like, there's plus and minuses to both. Because, like, if you get the physical version, you can still buy digital games. Like, honestly, I think it's just not good to restrict yourself to digital only. Especially considering, like, there is a legitimate reason to buy the Series S because that's $300. That's a legitimate discount. I think it's $350 actually, but it's a legitimate discount compared to the Xbox One X, Xbox Series X, which is 150, which is 500. I mean, so there's like legitimate reason to buy one over the other. But it's better to buy the Series X because, again, that has more storage and it just has better processing power because it's a better console. The S is for if you truly just want an Xbox. The X is for if you want to truly play your Xbox. And like, I just don't think the S is that good. But also the Series X hasn't that sold me that much. I'm pretty sure any Series X game can be played on the One. So honestly, I can still be buying Xbox games. And if I decide to get a Series X one day, maybe I will. But like, I just don't have any rush to get one right now because I got my One. I think that's the thing. Xbox kind of has realized that we've kind of hit a point where, like, yeah, we can get more powerful, but there's not much further we can go. So they basically have made it so that rather than just making a new console, they've kind of just upgraded the One and have made that better, and that's what they've been doing for a while now. So the Series X is more upgraded to the One, and I think every Series X game still works on the One. I think, like, they're not making Series X games, they're just making Xbox games now. Like, for whatever Xbox you have. And I think that's better. I'm sure eventually they'll move away from this, and they'll probably just make it so that this can only be played on the Series X or the Series S. Like, right now, I think they're handling it pretty well. It's a good way to transition. I'm not... I want the PS4 because they've actually, like... PS5 because they actually have, like, some originals to it that I want to play. Remember a while back someone was talking about Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, and I was like, yeah, I would love to play Ratchet and Clank. I need to finish the first Ratchet and Clank in this reboot series before I play Rift Apart, though. I like how it I put on a thing called Lo-Fi Video Game Beats, and for some reason it's playing the Adventure Time theme. Happens. Oh man, I got catfished. I was told there was going to be video games, and I got Adventure Time. What a ripoff. You hear that the mayor's cat Ulysses is missing? Whole town's lookout for him in time for the festival. Well, spring till he puts that hat on. What does this have to do with me, Harper? Harper, this bears no relevance to my existence. To be honest, if I had to wear that hat, I'd go missing. Well, at least you're not whoring me out more. Getting sick of you giving out my number. I actually am kind of excited for the next stream because I'm looking forward to getting back to Persona. There's a couple of games I want to get back to. I think we'll get back to Persona, and then we're probably gonna... who's the other one I need to beat? It was Persona... Oh, Metroid Prime. And, what's it called? Hollow Knight. And those ones I am pretty legitimately excited to beat, go back to because I was having fun with them. There's a couple I'm not excited to go back to, though. Like, Battle Network was one I want to beat because I wasn't hating it, but I wasn't really, like, loving it. I definitely, if we go back to it, I'm going to grab a guide for that game. It's just, there's no reason not to have a guide for that one. It really needs a guide. Because I remember the reason why I quit was because I was so lost, and like no matter who I talked to, they were giving me no direction. Not to mention it was just getting needlessly hard. I felt like, especially considering I had grinded to get equipment I needed, but like it wasn't helping me. What is this song? This is pretty cool. Oh, it's the Minecraft song. Pretty good beat version of it. I like this. Do I really want to get back to recording? I hate that Ollie's working so much lately because like we haven't had any time to record. I have to edit a video that's going tomorrow. We haven't finished that game, but I really want to. Ollie kind of wants to finish it. She was having fun with it. I will say, tomorrow's video is worth a watch just to see how disjointed how we talk is. Because I'm like having like my own conversation, and Ollie is totally not zoned in on what I'm saying. Like, you can truly get, if you want a perfect example of ADHD, just watch tomorrow's video. Or the next two videos. Watch my videos. Scroll down below and find the YouTube. Or go... I don't want to read that long URL I have again. It's not worth it for the joke. But it is a prime example of ADHD if you watch tomorrow's video, because Ollie was so distracted the whole time. She was either between like... She was both hyper-focused and yet distracted at the same time. It was actually kind of impressive. I think the Roomba's stuck on something. She was so distracted by stuff that was happening in the game that she was not able to focus on what I was saying. But she was so like, but she was so hyper focused on specifically a character's ass. Which honestly I can't blame her, but like, I wish she was paying attention, because I legitimately had like a lot of jokes that weren't bad, but like. They were set up for like some back and forth that I just didn't get. I remember afterwards, I was talking with Ollie. I was like, we really need to work on your like improv skills, specifically like your yes and. I will say that's probably the biggest improv thing that both of us struggle with. That sometimes the yes and. I try to do my best with it, but occasionally it's like no. I don't want to clean all the yellow, because if I do, it'll wipe away my hard work. Alright, we're going to leave it for now. This yellow spot gets to stay. I will say, Danganronpa's been very fun for me. I don't think that it's been as fun. I don't think there's been a lot of moments I would say are funnier than the first game, but there's definitely been a lot of funny moments to it. I think this last case had a lot to it that I thought was funny. I'm excited. I want to get back to recording Danganronpa because just because like it's like Ollie keeps talking about how the next case is her favorite, and I really want to see it. But I want to get a couple more of the what we have recorded uploaded because we record a lot. We record a whole case in one night, and it was like we started like barely into the investigation. We went all the way to the end of the trial. We recorded for like 5 hours, and we went to bed so late. We went to bed so late it was early. That's the best way I can put it. And I swear I'm never letting her do that again. It was miserable. It was like we were very like loopy by the end, and it was funny, I guess. But I don't want to do that again because it's like I want to sleep. I think by the end of that I'm just like I have to go to work in 5 hours. I only got like 4 hours of sleep for that day at work, but I managed to manage. Like I did not show it on my face. I definitely do not want to record tonight just because I have to go to work at 11 tomorrow. I think I'll finish this yellow area and like around it, and then I'll go onto this roundabout, the merry-go-round, revolving around, comes around, and now it's our time. I made a song reference when I called it a merry-go-round. I made a song reference when I called it a roundabout. I'm just encyclopedic. I have a fairly good knowledge of song references no one gives a damn about. This is very nice. I'm so glad I did the stream today because it's nice just to power wash, especially considering after this I'm gonna edit. And it just gets me in this calm state of mind to make me like want to do stuff that I usually don't want to do. Like I think I'm actually like kind of looking forward to editing and stuff, just because it's like, you know, I'm relaxed now. I deal with a lot of customer service who haven't been that helpful, but you know what? Now I'm like I'm pretty chill. Isn't it a Steven Universe track? This is from the movie. I think it'd be fun to have a karaoke stream, just an But I think the part of the fun of the karaoke streams is like, while like I can't put it on my own channel, like it gets unrecorded. Part of the fun is like the all the clips that come from it, you know. It would be fun to do some of those hard fast raps. I can sort of do Godzilla, but I can't do it that well. I can't do that last bit very well, where it gets super fast. I do like learning different like fast raps. They're pretty fun. Oh, Ollie just texted me. She was asking me. She was messaging me about my what's it called? About my Adobe account that I had to get fixed. I was just annoyed that they called me during stream because they were supposed to call me yesterday. Like the time frame we gave them was yesterday before 4, and I think today before 2, and they called me at like 2:30. I'm like, dude, what's the point of giving you a time frame if you're not going to adhere to it? I hate customer service and customer support. I hate dealing with them. I have on some occasions complained to customer support for something, and then be directed to a different customer support, then be directed back to that the customer support I started with. That was when I was on customer support with Xbox, and they're like, "Oh, you need to contact the maker of the game." So I contacted the maker of the game, and it sounds so familiar. Oh, it's from Pokemon. That's why. I probably heard this from something. I think I've heard this from something else though. Imagine you watch our videos. How do you think we can improve? This just bumped into my brain. I know you watched some of them. You watched some of Leading the Blind. I think you watched Danganronpa. But that's about it. I don't know if you even finished it. I'm assuming a lot here. Because I know you've talked about Danganronpa before. I've come to really like Danganronpa. Like it's become a great game series. It's become one of like the best like visual novel style game series in my opinion. I'll be honest, I'm both like excited and not excited to do Ace Attorney 2 with Ollie because I know she's just not going to be as I know she's just not going to be as into it as she was like she was with the first game. But I do want to play with her. Just I think she's going to like this one more. I'm assuming a lot. I assume a lot of things, which means later, when that stuff doesn't come true, you can refer to this moment and say, God, what a dumbass. Did I miss playing on playgrounds like these when I was a kid? I am actually like I've gotten oddly excited for the third Danganronpa just because like back on that like in terms of future series, Ace Attorney and Danganronpa is the only series we've really confirmed that we're going to be doing because we're going to do all of them. I think we've said this after we finish Danganronpa 2. We're going to do a bit of not Trigger Happy Havoc of Ultra Despair Girls, which is like the spin-off first-person shooter or third-person shooter. I don't know. Ollie hasn't told me much about it, but I'm going to be playing that one because Ollie isn't good at shooter-style games. So she wants me to play that one. So, because I play a lot of shooters. I play Halo. I play Halo. Okay. I've also played Borderlands. I played a lot of I played a lot of Resident Evil 5. And most of Resident Evil 4. That's a game I still need to finish. There was another big, like, shooter series that I played a lot of. I can't remember what it was. What dinged? Oh, I think did one of these floor plates finish? Oh yeah, these floor plates are individual. Or maybe I finished one of the handles. But I've gotten really excited for 3 in the sense that no one's been giving me everyone's kind of been like trying to set my expectations low for Danganronpa 3, and so I've kind of gotten to this point where I'm oddly excited for it because I have to know if it's like as bad as people are setting up for me. Like Ollie has really been trying to set my sights low for this, but that means like, I mean, it can only be better than what I'm imagining, right? Like, honestly, if it's worse than the picture that has been set for me, that's really bad. Because, like, no one has been trying to hype this game up for me. Everyone has really set a low standard for Danganronpa 3. I'm excited to do... I'm excited to do more Leading the Blind general. I'd love to do it with more than just me and Ollie, though. I love to do games with other people. There's just a lot of games out there that I haven't played. There's a lot of games I haven't played. There's a lot of games I know a lot of my friends haven't played. I'd love to just like do more. I think Leading the Blind is a lot of fun. I think the thing about purely blind Let's Play is it leaves room to be stuck on something for a long time. Like, I've been playing something blind on my own for a while, and I've gotten so stuck. And it's like, I don't want to look up a guide, but it's getting annoying that I can't figure out what to do next. Did I not finish that flip it? Oh, interesting. That's why I think leading the blind's fine, because it's nice to have someone who knows what's going on and is able to help you. And I think that's the benefit of leading the blind. Like, I think it's in general better. I don't think it's necessarily better than any blind playthroughs, but I think it's good that, like, we're able to give us there's someone to have assistance when necessary. This park is starting to look nice. Starting to look nice. I really need to grab a drink. I'm getting a little hoarse. What is it? Oh, there we go. Now I can probably get it. Is it more colorful on the bottom? Or am I just seeing things? I think I'm just seeing things. Oh, it looks like there's like rainbow cut. Oh, I think it's a reflection. Yeah, it's a reflection of the floor. That's what it is. Have you ever been on one? This is like when you go to like an amusement park or a theme park or anything like that. Have you ever been on one of those rides where like it just spins around and sticks you to the wall with like the pure centripetal force? Like there's not even a strap. It's pure centripetal force that sticks you to the wall. I remember those really well. It's like the ones I see the most is one that's like an alien spaceship theme, and it's like you go in, it's like a UFO, and you just lie back, you just place your back against this pad, and it starts spinning, and by that, and like the gravity, and then what they'll start doing is they'll start just like lifting you. The pads will start going up and down, and you're like stuck with them due to the centripetal force. We don't really have one either here. Like the closest thing we have is the fair in our area, like the state fair. But those rides aren't the safest. There's none in our state. Dude, we need to like our whole group needs to like get together and just hang out one day. We're probably gonna all go to. Like, that'd be so fun. Yeah, those like those ones that like can be torn down in a day. We don't need to just hang out. Oh, no, I totally forgot about something I was doing. I forgot about something. Okay. I had something running in the background, that's why I was like stopping for the moment. It's nothing important. It's nothing related to the stream, I should say. But I'm glad I put this music on. It's so relaxing. It really kind of puts you in a zen state of mind. I'm gonna need to do that part of the floor eventually, but I just don't want to. It's like for the sake of the joke, I don't want to. Yeah, Well, because, like, scientifically, you won't fall out. You'll be shoved against the wall. Because that's the basics of centripetal force. And, like, they have to do enough they have to do safety checks, especially... well, a lot of... they have to do safety checks on those frequently, otherwise they can't run them. Like, there's actually a roller coaster at Universal Studios in, I think it's Orlando, called the Velocicoaster, and it's a Jurassic Park themed one, and it goes super fast. You probably know this. There is some coasters have what's called the launch, where it just shoots you at fast speeds, and so this one it does a double launch, so it shoots you off twice, rather than like it's basically the replacement for those long uphill climbs, essentially. So you don't have to do the long uphill climb, you just get launched. But it moves super fast, and all it has is like one of those little lap bars. And like that's a major theme park in a major city that like gets a lot of tourist traffic. So of course they have to constantly make sure it's safe. So if that lap bar will keep you in that coaster, like they'll let you ride that coaster. Like if they assume for a second any of these rides aren't safe, they're shut down. Because like whatever money they would lose paying to get it fixed, they'd lose way more in the lawsuit that for if they didn't. Like that's just fact. I have a decent aim. My aim has improved as I play more shooter games. Like I've gotten way better with games like I need to finish BioShock 2. I was playing that for a long time and then I got distracted from it. Because I want to finish all the BioShock games, and 2 I was having so much fun too. I imagine the last bit of this floor that I'm cleaning is, yep. Am I still missing dirt on this yellow floor? Oh, is it in here? I bet it's in here. Oh, it's so minuscule. But it's enough to mess me up. Come on, give me the thing. Give me that thing. Why am I still missing dirt on this thing? Did really just these little specks? Dude, I think if we I don't want to out where someone is, but I think we should all like get together and go to like San Antonio and go to Six Flags. That should be like what we do when we all get together. What? Into the city, all good things flow. Is that from something? Is this a reference to something I do not get? What's it from? Oh, it's a song. I don't think I've heard that. This from one. Oh, from one of the Bioshock raps. I don't think I've ever heard those because I only got into Bioshock pretty recently. I also haven't listened to like a lot of JT music. I've listened to some of his stuff, but I only listened to stuff from him that from like games I've played. I haven't listened to him in a long time. Hey, here's another area we can just like quickly wrap up. want to like finish up as much as I can quick so I can get the next power washer because we're almost there. I remember I listened to his the Overwatch rap when I was super into Overwatch, but I'm not really that into Overwatch anymore. Now, there was a point where I legitimately like played Overwatch, and then I'd take a break, and then they'd announce a new character, and I'd be like, oh, yeah, I'll play some more Overwatch. And then lately, I just have not had any interest in Overwatch. I think part of that's due to the second game coming out, but like the second game just looks like nothing. Like they haven't added enough to warrant it being a second game. I feel like and it's just taken so long. Like they've had so much time to be working on this. After like when they announced the last character for Overwatch 1. Not to mention Blizzard's just kind of terrible. Blizzard is a bad company, we should say it. Though they got bought by Xbox recently. I think and like the president of Xbox was like calling them out for that when it was first calling out when stuff about them was first coming out. So I imagine he might break down that. Unless he was just saying that to save face. But what self-respecting CEO would say something that he didn't mean just to save face? Just to look like he means something. No one, that's right. I don't know why my elbow hurts. Yeah, I'm putting up my armrest up. I usually don't put this armrest up when I'm doing streams because it means I have to sit a little further away from the computer, but I want to rest my arm. Oh. This game is so relaxing. Like, I have not once thought about putting this game down as we play it. I'm just like, yeah, I want to clean this park. I feel accomplished. I'm not much for watching people doing this. That said, there's very few things like I've watched it. Oh, howdy, Dirt Finder. Put everything on hold. My golf club is so like you won't believe. I didn't mean to make him stuttered. That's full me. Doc gave you your details to the colleague who needs a hand with a new place in the suburbs. It's the old Diath place? I'll never read the rest of that. I legitimately wasn't trying to make him sound like Porky Pig. That was full on just me. That was my brain giving out. That happens sometimes with me. Sometimes I stutter. I was talking about this. I've talked about this before, but I truly do believe I believe it might be psychosomatic. I've said this before. But who knows? Maybe it is maybe it is a thing I actually have. What was the word I couldn't say? I totally forgot what it is. Oh, fuck. I don't know why I tried to say it the moment I remembered what it was. I was gonna be like, that was the big thing from Ace Attorney was I couldn't say it's like locked in my brain. Like there's a mental lock that I can't break. You know? Look, just go look up the episode. You'll know what the word is. I can't say it for some reason. To be fair, like a lot of people who have stutters, like there's one word you just can't say. I know there's a comedian I really like, who he also has a stutter, and he can't say the word bananas. Oh, what am I stuck on? I'm stuck on the slide. Get these stools real quick. That's a big thing. That's actually a thing I read about when saying about how people handle stuttering. It's that when you can't say a word, you try to find a word that you can replace it with. And that's why so sometimes it seems like like people still can't form an cohesive thought, but really they keep jumping between words, but really all that means is they're trying to find a word that they can say, understandably. So if you ever hear someone with a stutter, jump between words, that's a legitimate technique there was said to do. People are said to do. I shouldn't say we. I haven't gone to any form of speech therapy specifically for my stutter. I think I said this before. The speech therapy I've gone to is for the fact that I struggled with. When I was young, I had kind of a lisp, and so I would, and so I struggled to say. I said I have talked about this before. I struggled to say R sound. I'd say them as W's. So the way I put it is I literally would talk in uwu. I think I talked about that in a video, not a stream though. But yeah, I'd literally talk in uwu because that's just how I talked for a long time. I think, I do think it's important to talk about, issues I have, though. Because, it's good to be open about them. It's always good to be open about whatever issues you have. At least on some level. Reveal it at the level of your comfort. That's why I'm always willing to talk about the fact that I have a stutter, but I'm not sure if it's, actually I have some level of brain damage, or if it's what is it? Or if it's totally psychosomatic. It's all in my head. All I know is I cannot control it. I don't know if it is a psychological thing or if it is a physical thing messed up with my brain. I just know that it happens sometimes, and it's something I've just come to deal with it more recently because Ollie's been a good support about it when it happened. I still can't say apprehended. I can say if I say it slow. I can't just say it as part of a sentence though. Because if I just try to say you see what happens. My brain just shuts off. It's you can't say that word. But it's also when I'm trying. Because I think I once said it. But I said apprehended. God damn it! So it's specifically it's specific. Mother! I hate this word. I hate this word. So I can say apprehending, but I can't say my brain has a lock on it. My brain has a lock on it. I'm going to goddamn punch myself. Maybe I'll fix the brain damage I have. I'm so mad. No, I'm done trying. It's embarrassing at this point. Well, I can do it silly. slowly. No, we're done. We're done. The ward doesn't exist. I'm just gonna say captured. Obtained. Fuck all. I'm just gonna look up synonyms for it. So I never have to say it, ever. I don't get why I can say apprehending, though. Like, my brain doesn't stutter. It doesn't even think. It's just like, yeah, you can say that. You're fine. That's a ward. But, like, the other one, it's like, no, that doesn't... What is wrong with you? Why are you trying to say that? What... Are you crazy? God, I hate my brain. Our brains are mysterious things that work in stupid goddamn ways. Why do we trust the... Our brain is the smartest and dumbest part of our body. Because it keeps our entire body running. It named its... And when you think about it, it named itself, the brain. It's what... Like, the brain is what sends messages to every other organ to do its job, essentially. And yet, for some reason, it also is the one that, like, just stops working when it feels like it. It takes a day off sometimes. It's like, well, my work here is done. But my work here is done, but you didn't do anything. And then just flips its cape. Dude, Sailor Moon has some memes. Dude, as someone who has never seen Sailor Moon, I've come to see so many memes of Sailor Moon, and I've come to love all of them. Like, it has some great memes. I think one of my favorites is the cousins meme. How they're really good cousins. God, that's one of the funniest censorships in a dub. Right next to jelly donuts. God, I want some jelly donuts. I made jelly donuts once. They were really good. It was... That piece of censorship was so funny because they didn't change the animation. That's why jelly donuts is funny. Because, like, that was one where all they had to do was reanimate, so it was just, like, brown circles. But no, they left it looking like onigiri for some reason. Like, it's the fact that it's not the fact that they changed it to be jelly donuts. It's the fact that they didn't change the actual animation to be jelly donuts, and that's why it stands out. God, the Pokemon dub is... That said, the Pokemon dub has some great stuff to it. I think even some bad dubs have some humor to them. But then you miss out on some truly gem moments. I think I said this. One of the best moments that was taken out of the 4Kids version of Yu-Gi-Oh! Was Kaiba being held at gunpoint. He has a gun to his head. And so his move is he just tosses a card in the air, and it lands between the hammer and the gun, and just stops it from firing, and he's one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Like, that's just a gem. But they couldn't have guns, which I kind of get. Like, I get why they couldn't have guns, but I really wish that stayed in somehow. And I think I have a GIF of it somewhere. Hang on, let me see if I can find it, because I'm pretty sure I have it as a GIF saved on my computer. I'm gonna find the GIF and see if I can load it into Streamlabs real quick so you can see. Let's see if it's saved under anything. It's probably saved. No, I don't have it. It doesn't. Damn it! I don't have it. Okay, hang on. I'm just gonna look up Kaiba gun GIF and see if it comes up. It was the first result. Alright. Yeah, it has to download real quick. We'll go back to power washing while it does. The Yu-Gi-Oh! Dub also has some gem moments. Like, in a couple of hours, the sun will come up. Which is an actual line from the dub. Which has no relevance to what is happening at the moment in the plot. It's really funny. Alright, here we go. Alright, here we go. This is the GIF. One of the... It's beautiful. I love it. It's so dumb. This is a relaxing stream, and nothing is more relaxing than watching Kaiba repeatedly stop a card with his gun. I'm gonna shrink it down more. There we go. Dude, what is this song? This is cool. Oh, it's from Deltarune, that explains it. It's so dumb, like that works. Alright. Back to work. Break's over. Break's over, get back to work. I'm paying you to dawdle. What's up I need to play? That's a future series, is Undertale. Because I haven't played that. And that's one I really am looking forward to, because I want to know more about those memes. Undertale and Deltarune. All I know about Undertale is it has multiple endings, and from what I understand, it gets a little meta, but I don't know the full extent. That's all I know about Undertale. I also know about Sans and Papyrus. I think there's way more to that game than I think there is. Every time I see stuff for it, people always show stuff for like Sans, Papyrus, or Flowery. Like, so I think Flowery's like the first enemy you can fight in that game, if I remember correctly. And so I rarely see stuff that's like past those characters. God, there's still so much left. So I legitimately want to get back to playing it. Or not back to playing, I want to play it in general. It was actually the series we were gonna do after, what's it called? After, we finished Wind Waker. But then our Xbox died. Well, there was actually two reasons. One, someone recommended a series we already had planned, so it's like, fine, I guess we're doing this series. And then it's like, because it's like, it's recommended, so why wouldn't we do that one? And then it's like, our Xbox died, and that's where all our stuff is. So we were like, I guess we're doing Danganronpa. Oh, Uber Eats just got back to me. Let's see what they said. Yeah, I actually have to reply to this because they're like, reply immediately. Give me a sec. So I'm just gonna say, I just have to answer this because, like, I really want to get my refund. Uber Eats owes me 65 bucks. I had to write a long message because they wanted like a detailed description of what the driver did. But it sounds like they're starting to realize that this might be the guy's fault, and like maybe they should give me my 65 bucks back. If I can get both the customer service issues I've been dealing with resolved today, uh, during this stream, then this will truly be the most relaxing stream. Yeah, because they finally asked me what happened. They asked me to recount like why. Because I want to point out we consistently tried to call this guy and he just would not answer. He was really rude. Like, the one time he picked up when we called him, he's basically like, I'm in your neighborhood, just you wait, you'll get your food. And then he hung up. He didn't even, like, we still had stuff to say to him, and then any attempts to call him after, he did not pick up. Except twitch.tv/Ray. Like, it was really rude of him. Like, in general, if you're delivering food for someone and they try to call you, you answer. Hell, if you're dealing with any form of customer service and a customer is trying to interact with you respond. Like, I've been working customer service, both in a restaurant for, like, a couple months now, and in grocery stores for, let's see, what is it? Oh, go on 5 years now. No, because I started early 2018. Or, no, it would have been early 2019, so 3 years now. 3 years customer service. I can say right now, ignoring the customer is like the worst thing you can do. Like, 'cause this is the person you are trying to help. So if you can't help them if you're ignoring them. And don't get me wrong, sometimes stuff falls out of your control, and like, believe me, when that happens, that happens. But like, when it's within your control, if you're ignoring the customer, then you're in the wrong. I've never once ignored a customer. The worst thing I've ever said to a customer is, I'll be with you in a moment. And I'm always very apologetic when I do even the mildest inconvenience. That's why, like, if I so much as have, like, if I have to run over, like at my current job, if I have to run over to put an order ticket in for the food, I will always apologize to the next customer before I do it, because I'm like, I'm sorry, I just had to run this in real quick, and they're like, oh, of course, take your time. And then when I get back, they'll I apologize, like, sorry about that, and they're like very understanding about it. They're like, oh yeah, of course, I get it. You like, I would, like, if you're very apologetic, they start to understand they're not the only like, that you're not trying to waste their time. Like, I remember Ollie says that she starts to get snappy with customers when they start to get snappy with her, and I never do that. No matter how pissy a customer gets with me, I will still stay on. I'll still stay positive, and like, it kills me a little. But like, by the end, there have been points where I've gotten apologies from people like that, because they're like, I'm sorry, I was very rude to you. And it's like, oh, of course, I understand that you're under a lot of distress. Like, sometimes stuff like this doesn't work your way. I understand where you're coming from. Like, I've gotten apologies from them because, like, being rude, because, like, if you keep stay nice to them, it you stay nice to them, it only helps. That was what I hated my last job, was you had to essentially be, like, borderline rude to them. Ooh, I'm probably not gonna be able to save this. But I'm gonna try. You had to be borderline rude to them, and that's why I hated it. Because you had to just, because it was partially a sales job. Because it's like, you start as customer service, which I was always very good at that. I was very good and reassuring towards them. But like, the moment it got to, like, you had to sell them on the service that they had been, often they didn't call for us. They were transferred to us. So when it got to having to sell them on that, that was when I didn't do well, because like, you weren't allowed to hang up on the customer if they said no. You had to keep pushing. That's like, no, you need this, and it's like, do they? Like, yeah, it will help, but like, sometimes they really don't. None of the people were ever in a position to get this service, and it really sucked that I had to just keep forcing it on them. That's why I just bailed on that job, because it really was just not a good place. It felt borderline scamish. Like, the way we had to insist like it truly felt like, despite the fact that there was like legality that we had to abide by, because it was a legal service, I will say that. I hope like years later I don't find out that this was all, I was a part of a scam. I'm just gonna tell myself that was legal for now and hope that I wasn't accidentally part of a scam. I hope I wasn't accidentally in illegal. But it was, we did have to like do or go through a lot of legal stuff. But like it often felt like it was scamish. And that's why I didn't like it and I left, because it felt dirty and I never felt satisfied with what I was doing. Because like I wasn't that kind of person. And like there are some people who were, and like I don't feel like shame for them. Like they were salesmen, and I'm just not a salesman. Do I look like a salesman? I can barely sell myself. Look at my subscribers. Please subscribe. But yeah, it's... No! I actually had thought about it, because I remember there was a lot of stuff I wanted to do with sub goals once we actually could get subs. One thing I want to do, 100 subs, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to try and beat the original, because this is Metroid's probably the biggest thing on this, on my Twitch channel. So, first thing I want to try and do is beat the original NES Metroid. But I think, like, either 150 or 200, I want to go for, like, we do, like, Genshin or something. Because Genshin is something I legitimately want to play, but it's, like, I don't just want to play it for the sake of playing it, if I'm being honest. Because I'm not that excited for Genshin. It's something I want to play, but it's like I can't convince myself to play it, if that makes sense. So I feel like, that's what I kind of want to say as a sub-goal. How's this still not clean? Oh. Because I know you like Genshin. Oh wow, I can make it glow. Sub. 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 You know, I wonder how I do so bad at getting people to follow and subscribe to me when I told someone to go subscribe to a different channel. It really truly escapes me. Oh, it's probably on the side of this. Yeah, here we go. There we go. Alright, let's get the ladder. Let me get the bottom of this real quick, and then we'll go up to the top. I will say, I am, well, Genshin's the one I do have, like, a little trouble, like, being like, oh, man, I do want to play Honkai Star Rail. That one looks way more interesting to me. Like, we talked about that one. Zenless Zone Zero is the other one by Hoyoverse that I really want to play. That one I have an interest in. But Genshin is just, like, one where it's like, I want to play it at some point, but it's not like, oh, man, I gotta play it, like, right now. I think it's on my PS4, and it's just like, I have it downloaded, it's just like, I haven't played it. I also think it's just really hard when you're, like, essentially a young channel, because everything at this point in, like, streaming is word of mouth. Like, it's people who, like, come in looking for a very specific game that they've enjoyed, that they want to watch someone play. Or it's, this is not safe. Or it's like, you tell friends and they tell friends and it just hopefully expands. I really wish there was like a way to, an easier way for like smaller channels to expand. Both in both YouTube and Twitch. 'Cause I hope if my Twitch expands, so does my YouTube. You know? Let's not use kids as the essence of safety. Kids are idiots. I'm pretty sure I've fallen off like stuff like this before. I actually really badly injured my leg once because like, to give you an example of like kids not being the smartest, especially with stuff like this. I badly injured my leg once. It wasn't like fractured or anything. It was just like a hard landing, but because I was one of the kids that would jump off the swing sets. Because it's like, oh yeah, that's so fun, and like then you realize like there's consequences. Your actions have consequences. See, as a male, I can easily imagine just slipping between the bars. Like, one leg slipping between one side of the bar and one leg slipping between the other, and then suddenly, like, your life is ruined. Like, as a male, that physically pains me to think about. As gender of the male variety. Yeah, you know what I mean. You know what? If I fell, oh, I'm gonna say it right now. If your boobs hit this, it would not hurt as much as if I got freaking crotch shotted by a bar. It would hurt, but it's not gonna hurt it. Like, you do not know what it feels like to get kicked in the nuts. If you get punched in the boob, you're not gonna fucking throw up from the sheer amount of pain. And you will still be able to have kids if you get hit in the boob. Like, if a guy gets hit in the balls, there's a chance he's not having kids. I do not think it hurts as much to be hit in the boob as it hurts to get hit in the balls. Yes! That's what I'm saying. If I slipped on one of those bars and fell, like, I can totally imagine me, like, a kid, like, stepping on one of these and just slipping and one leg falling on one side of the bar and one leg falling on the other. Because that would totally happen. It totally has happened. Like, I'm sure it's happened. I'm going to switch to the white one for this. The white one is not good for this. It is not getting that deep stuff. Yeah, are you saying it's gonna fall between your boobs? Yeah, but your stuff's more internal, if we're being fair. Like, it would hurt, but it would not hurt, like, you're right, bars is hanging. It is literally considered to give you an idea of how much it hurts us more to get hit in the crotch. It's literally in defense classes for women, and I have seen this, to just hit guys in the balls. And if you try that same technique on the woman, it does not work as effectively. Believe it or not. It will hurt, but it's not going to be quite as effective. This is the one thing that's worse for us. This is the one thing that's worse for guys. Every other aspect, I would say, is honestly, in general, the more I'm going to say troublesome. Oh, believe me, I know how sensitive the clit is. I'm kidding. Or am I? You will never know. It's worse in different aspects. How's that? To be fair, we will never know each other's pain. That's the total thing. We will never know it is... each other's pain. Like, we're assuming, like, though, like, for me, that is the worst pain, one of the worst pains imaginable that you can, like, inflict. But I don't know what it's like to get punched in the clit. In the clitoris. Like, we don't have each other's anatomy. And so at the end of the day, we don't know what it's like. And so we're just like, do you have any idea how much this hurts? And we're like, no! No, we don't! I guess that's one thing we get, like, you will never truly understand. And thus, gender relations will never truly be solved. I will never know the pains of a woman. As much as a heart attack? Well, I also have not experienced that. There are those, like, cramp machines. How does it... I thought a heart attack is like you start to feel numb, though. Yeah, that's why the joys of delay. We actually have talked about, me and Ollie's talking about those period cramp machines. Because we think it would be, one, I want to know what it's like, because, like, she has to go through that every month, so I don't want, I have to know, like, I always try to be very helpful to her when the week hits. Because I know, like, she already has heart problems and she's losing a lot of blood, so I generally want to be helpful to her, because, like, it's bad for her heart when she's like that. So I try to be as helpful to her as I can. Because I know that shit sucks. I don't know how it feels, but I know it fucking sucks. Once a month you just want to die? I only want to do that every day. I'm kidding. But yeah. Oh, I have to get on top of it, don't I? I'm just gonna do this. Where's my step stool? I'm just gonna use the step stool real quick. Because I want to just finish this little thing. How did we get on, like, this heated discussion? Oh, yeah, monkey bars. Yeah, I still don't think it's safe. It's very weird how fast a discussion can turn to something else. We were just talking about, like, the lack of safety in monkey bars. Oh, it's KK Cruising. I thought this was a lo-fi freaking Megalovania for a second, because I heard... Dun, 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 dun. I think that's what it was. It's not exactly like Megalovania, but I thought it was like a lo-fi version. That's why I was very confused. Is it Megalomania? I thought it was Megalovania. Wait, hold up. Yeah, that's what I said. I said it's slightly different. Hold up. It's Megalovania. Fuck you. That was a bit harsher, but... That was a bit of a harsher reaction than probably necessary, but still. It is Megalovania. I do think there is a phenomenon known as megalomania, though. I believe it's obsession with oneself. It's okay. Did you know that when you are proven wrong in some cases, it can actually trigger a fight or flight response and actually simulates the same parts of your brain that respond to real pain? It's like, so essentially being wrong is someone saying you're wrong is the same as getting punched in the face, like in your brain. Isn't that crazy? I've probably talked about this before. I do bring this up a lot. It's why it's really hard to get someone to change their mind on stuff they have very firm beliefs about. We've been on this playground for a long time. Yeah. I like when we have the same train of thought, but because of the delay, it makes you seem like you're slightly behind me. When we're probably saying the same thing at the same time. It's okay. I know you probably typed that like slightly. You probably started typing that when I was saying it. Do you think there will ever be a point where like internet response is so good that there's just like zero delay? Probably not here in America. That's asking too much from both the internet companies and the government to do something about them. I drew a fish hook. Is this the extraordinary Dr. Power Wash? We got your details from Cal. God damn it, now Cal is whoring me out. Dirty old house needs some TLC. What the fuck does TLC mean? I don't know why they use this fancy pants shock absorbing rubber compound for the playground employee. Not good old fashioned what the hell is creosote? If I had to guess, it's probably poisonous. Like kids would eat it and die. Do we have to look up what creosote is? Oh yeah, your internet in Greece is definitely way better here in America than what's here in America. I've talked about this before too, at least with you. The reason why internet in America is so bad is because they basically agreed to not make... Every cable company here in America has basically agreed to not make it better. So, they essentially all have a virtual monopoly where they all agreed to, like, treat the American consumer like crap. While in other countries, they have competition, like any good company should. Like they raise their prices and sub to twitch.tv/ray. They lower their prices, and then the other company lowers its prices to try and do better. They expand their broadband. The other company does the same. Like they work to make their companies better because they want to keep their customers. Here, like for example, in my area, I have two choices of a cable company for my Wi-Fi. And it's either, I think it's either Xfinity or Suddenlink here. And both suck. So, if I pick one, I have to deal with their crap. And if I pick the other, I have to deal with their crap. There's no winning here. They're both terrible companies that will treat me like crap. And, are you kidding me? If I say I'm going to cancel my subscription to Comcast, which is who I have right now, what they'll do is they're going to, they will actually send me a letter that's basically like, that has an insult in it. This has actually happened. They send letters to people who want to cancel their subscriptions with insults. It's like freaking childish. Like, like I won't get a better deal. I'll just get insulted and have to go to and get stuck with a different company that's going to treat me the goddamn same. Because that's how American Wi-Fi works. Like my options are one bad cable company or another. There's no winning here. I think I'm just gonna, let's finish this tunnel. How long have we been in this park? It feels like ages. I haven't seen my wife and kids in years. It's especially bad when you're dealing with a, like, on the topic of internet. It's actually really bad when you're dealing with a bad internet service provider and also a bad Wi-Fi service. She is right next to me. How'd did I say she was next to me, or did you just assume? Her and Hero are both next to me. I haven't seen Ollie in a while, though. She's at work. She left for work right before I started streaming. To be fair, I've actually kind of forgot that Miles here because she's been very peaceful today. Usually she wants to, like, kind of bug me. She's like, no game, just pet. And it's adorable, but it's annoying. Alright, that's fair. I need to get a face cam. We want to get, like, me and Ollie want to invest in an actual face cam. Like, the one we... Because we just use my phone right now for face cam on Danganronpa videos. So, like, and, like, it works. The camera on the iPhone... I think I have the iPhone 12? Just the standard one? It has the 2 cameras on the back. I think it's on 12. But it has a great camera on the back of it. It is insane. Hell, the camera we use is the front-facing camera, and it's still really good. I have to ask, how much of the Danganronpa 2 have you seen? Because I know you do watch some of our Danganronpa videos. Have you even gotten to, like, the point where you have Facecam? Because we started using Facecam partway through that series. Because Ollie wanted to capture my reactions, and there's some, like, you get some really genuine reactions like that in that one. Case 2 had, like, a really genuine, like, oh, this is cool, to, oh, fuck, reaction. Real fast. This also means you haven't reached a specific bit I've done. Oh, look, it's just like before. The boards look the same, and then we freaking spray paint them. They just look like blank wooden boards. I think we started doing that after the first case. I know I talked about this bit with you before. It's one of my favorites. It's how I stole a character's voice from Ollie. Like, she did it... Like, she was doing the one character's voice for a long time, and I took it with the one bit. Not that, not that. I was only really mad about having taken on extra voice in the most recent case where I was doing a lot of voices and Ollie got a lot of break. And she didn't really mind. She thought it was funny. She thinks it's very funny at points, and it's gotten to the point where where for that character, she started imitating the voice I do for them. Like, rather than actually doing the old voice she had for them, she just started imitating that voice because she thinks it's so funny. Oh, I thought I thought there was just a black void in the sky, but it was just the goddamn, it was just the rest of the playgrounds. Oh, I've been here so long. This is a long, thing. It is only recently set into me, like, how long this takes. Which is a sign of like, something good, because like, you truly don't think about time until you start to, like, until it starts to wear on you. And, like, it's only just starting to wear on me. But even then, I'm not like, oh, man, how long have we been here? It's more like, we've been here a long time, huh? It's a black hole opened up above the playground. God. But that's all, folks. Can't just suck in the dirt so I can go home? Suck in the dirt, leave the playgrounds. We're barely over halfway done. We'll almost do that new power washer. That medium duty. Which I'm so excited for. You know you're an adult when you start getting excited for, like, new cleaning stuff. I remember, last... wasn't that? I don't think it was last Christmas, but, like, one of the Christmases before, me and Ollie got super excited because my parents got me a vacuum. Well, they got us a vacuum, like, for our old apartment. We still have that vacuum. It's a great vacuum. But it's one of those signs you're just getting old. There's the dirt on this thing. Hell, Ollie wants a power washer. Oh, I guess that was part of it. I don't want a power washer just because we have nowhere to use it. Like, we could use it on the patio, but we have neighbors who live below us, so I really don't think that's, like, for the best. I was very excited to get a Roomba. That was another gift from my parents, because they got a new one of the better vacuum ones that maps the house. So they gave us our old one, which is just one of the ones that kind of bangs itself against the wall to find what I'm looking for. No, you got it right the first time. It is Dyson, D-Y-S-O-N. And it's not a Dyson. We have a Shark vacuum. And it's really good. Though I did want a Dyson for a while. You know something I didn't get till I got older? Uh, commercials for, like, vacuums and stuff that are on kids' networks. Because, like, when I was a kid, I was like, I don't want to see about vacuums. I want to see about the new action figures. Show me the newest Ben 10 toy. And now, like, as an adult, I was like, if I was watching this with my kid, which I probably would be, like, this is a great marketing. Like, it is legitimately pretty smart. Well, all vacuums are expensive as fuck. I think the one I own is technically like a couple $100. You definitely don't appreciate cleaning till you're older. Kids are totally. A lot of kids are totally fine leaving a mess with something because they don't get like why it needs to be clean. As long as they know where the stuff is, they're fine with it. Which I get. Like, I still have a couple instances like that around my house where it's like, I know where it is, it's fine. Here. I should probably clean up this off real quick. But, like, when you get older, you're like, you truly realize this is, like, horrible for your mental health. Like, you're just living in a mess. I've done a couple places. I try to keep a lot of stuff in the same place, though. I mean, if you like you've probably seen like things in our office, and you see like how organized I have it, and I try to keep it as organized as I can. If you actually see the pictures of our office, you see how many like games and stuff I have in the face cam, like the shelves I have. Because right now I have 3 shelves of games, but neither of them are full. Because each one's dedicated to something different. Like, one's for PlayStation, one's for Xbox, and one's for, like, Nintendo. And the closest one to being full is the PlayStation one, but that one's really small. Like, that one only has 3 shelves. Though I will say, the Nintendo one is running out of space, and that one has a lot of extra shelves. That one has, like, 6. Yeah, that one has 6 shelves, and it's almost full. I need to just buy spare shelves for that. And just put them in place. Is this almost done? I need to finish the cargo net before I do anything else. I'm really hungry. Maybe if I get my refund from Uber Eats, I can order food after this. Oh, I know this. What's this from? Oh, it's Aquarium Park. It's Sonic Colors. That's why I know it. It's from Scenic. It's from one of the Sonic games I actually really like. I don't think it's amazing, but one day we have to play like the Sonic games I like. We have to play like Sonic Adventure 2. We gotta play what's it called? We can play Sonic Colors. I'm not like the biggest fan of Sonic Colors, but I still like it. Yes. Are you just? I just talked about the 3 shelves of video games, and like the music is what made you think, God, what a nerd. You're clearly not paying attention. You clearly do not pay attention during these streams. Dude, I really want a hot dog. You see the lighting glitch going on top of the van when you move? Like, it doesn't know how to handle the lighting. Interesting. To be fair, I know a lot of music, but this one I know very specifically because I played Sonic Colors a decent amount. I know a lot of music though, but it's like very specific tracks that I know of. Because I know like Megalovania. If you were to give me like a name that music quiz, I probably would fail. Like from gaming specifically, because I don't remember a lot of just quiet tracks. Like not quiet tracks. What's the term? Just instrumental tracks. I don't remember instrumental tracks that well, unless they really stand out to me. But you know very well that I know music very well. Like you've lost me in AMQ many a time. Dude, we should play AMQ again. I would not mind another distraction to keep me from editing. I actually do need to edit. I'm very excited about the video tomorrow. It's a game I've wanted to play for a while. Oh. This is Mario 64. Yeah, it's for file select. Yeah, but I still know Megalovania, and I think it's Bone Trestle. Bone Trestle's really good. There's some instrumental tracks that stand out to me, like case in point, this one, which is literally a file select screen from Mario 64, and I was like, oh yeah, this is from Mario 64. Like some instrumental tracks stick out to me. One that's really good, there's a really good one is Gourmet Race from Kirby. His name is Kirby. God, I'm an idiot. Kirby and Metaconite. King Day. It really just depends on the game. Kirby trademark. Dude, someone... I do not want to look up the word Kirby, because I feel like that's someone's made that thing. You know my least favorite part of the game? The fact that these don't spin when you spray them. That'd be so fun. Let me have fun! What's another really good, like, instrument? Oh, you know what has really good instrumental tracks? I know you know about this too, I think. You either know about it or you claimed the character for the meme of her being named Mommy, but it's Friday Night Funkin'. That has some outstanding tracks. Specifically MILF, because everyone loves some MILF. And we're done with that. The joke's been made and we can now move on. The perfect match. I'm trying to think of like the I think that's how it goes. I might be wrong. Oh, this is from Ocarina of Time. This is Lon Lon Ranch. See, I know instrumentals. I feel like now I have to prove it. But... it's also technically a bonus song. All these clean? No, this one isn't. Top's probably not clean. Can't get the... How am I supposed to get the top? I can't, like, see up there. There we go. Imagine this one's also not clean. Oh, looks like it is. Maybe still dirty. He's all good. Oh, this one still has, like, the tiniest speck. There we go. Good. And the pulls? Oh, pulls are all good. Cool. It's well, sometimes it's proving it to myself, you know? Like, it's not necessarily like you believe me, it's like, do I believe me? Because sometimes it's like, I know a lot about video games, and then you just go, do I? I remember there was this one place, oh my god, I hate this. There's this one place I went to, and it was like a gaming lounge, and I wanted to apply there. The guy was moving locations, and he's like, then we'll probably take in applications, because he's the only one working there at the time. And when I was like, Ollie was like, "Oh, you should hire him. He knows a good amount about video games." It's like, really? And the first thing he did, which I hate, is a terrible thing to do when you want to know someone knows something about something. Is like, what was this? It's a gatekeeping thing. It's like, does he? Because I'm still pretty young. I'm only 21. I'm only 21. Uh, and so like when it's like you know a lot about video games, it's like, does this 21-year-old man know a lot about video games? Like, yeah, I know a lot. It's like, but I don't know everything. No one knows everything. No one is omnipotent. I still remember what he asked me. He asked me what was Mario called before he was called Mario. And technically I gave a right answer. He was called Jumpman. But that wasn't the answer he was looking for, so he's like, well, yes, but no. Which, like, I gave you a right answer, dude. And we never went to that place again. Mostly because we couldn't find it. It's not even like I hated the guy so much, because I actually wanted to go back there, because he also sold retro games. Oops. He sold retro games. So I wanted to go back there, because I wanted to, like, buy shit, but I couldn't. But because he moved locations, I couldn't. This won't work. It kind of sucked, honestly. I'm going to need the ladder for this. Alright. Let's move this out of the way, then. Where can I put this ladder? I can put it here. I should probably clean these roofs off real quick. That was safe. Parkour. The guy hasn't, like, updated the Facebook page for the place either, so I just cannot find it. Because, like, all he has is a Facebook page and a bad website. I remember what the place is called. I've looked it up frequently. It's just, whenever I look it up, it takes me to, like, the Facebook page, and he hasn't changed the location for it. I don't know, I'll try looking up real quick, we'll see. I looked it up, and it says permanently closed. Like, I legit looked the place up, and it says the place is permanently closed. Let me see. Yeah, it still says the same direction on the... I guess it's shut down. Huh, interesting. You're telling me when the owners, like, and ask the customers who are interested in gaming and wanting to be more involved in it, like, they don't want to come there? Fucking shocker. But a reminder, never do stuff like that. Always best way you think you should do is always encourage knowledge. Encourage knowledge and encourage, it also encourages business. The more people know, the more they'll want to know. You shouldn't ask, do you know? You should ask, did you know? And teach them something new. That's why I always try to say, and that's why I often repeat myself, because I do often repeat facts I know, because I want to teach people new things I know. So I always want to, like, I don't want to stop people from learning new things and finding new interests. Knowledge is meant to be shared. It's not meant to be something that's restricted. I'm not hitting the other side of these all of them. Oh, god damn it. I fail. Can I get back up here from here? Sort of. Wait, maybe? Yeah! Oh, master. You should always encourage people wanting to learn new things and wanting to take interest in new things. I really wish that I had someone who, like, really encouraged my interest in video games when I was young. Because once I hit a certain point, my mom was like, yeah, we're not buying you any more video game consoles. Despite the fact that, like, that was just my interest. And to be fair, they were expensive. I totally get it. The roof is more... I guess so, because it's slanted. Is this the Thomas the Tank Engine theme? Oh, it's outside. I don't know why I thought it was. It's from a Zelda. It's from Outside Islands. See, it's moments like this when I have to prove shit to myself. Like, do you know video games, man? You seem pretty goddamn stupid about them. But, yeah. To be fair, at the time, I think when my mom said we're not getting any more consoles, it was like I had an Xbox 360, an Xbox One, a Wii U, and I think there was one other thing. Oh yeah, I kept our Wii because I was playing GameCube games on it. I think it's just the instruments they use for this. Hey, buddy. Hero. Oh, both my pets are sleeping. Hero's doing like those sleepy barks, like when they're chasing something in their dreams, and they're just like. But you're also like so worried because it's like it sounds like they're like spooked in their sleep. It sounds like they're having a nightmare. I mean, it's also the fact that in this like in this video I've been playing, there's also been Adventure Time and another one. Amaya woke up because I went to like comfort Hero because he was like having those little like bubbly barks. He goes like. And so like I went to pet him and Maya like Maya always feels when I move. I don't know if there's like something cats have that where they can always tell when you move. But we'll say Maya's a very oh hi honey, hi sweetheart. No, don't nuzzle the mic. Okay. I've gotten into the habit of calling Amaya honey endearingly, and I don't know why. Oh, hello. Hi. How you doing, sweetheart? What's up, little one? I call her a lot of things. I call her sweetheart, call her little one. Little one is the one I'd probably call her the most, because she's my little one. Give me a little bonk. Oh, he showed me a thing the other day where it's like the difference between dogs and cats is dogs go. Oh, hang on, real quick. I just realized. Dogs are like, he feeds me, he loves me, he must be God. And cats are like, he feeds me, he loves me, I must be God. Yeah, I have $18 to my name. That's not the first time this has happened in my life. Alright, let's switch our washer. Once you get a new washer, you really don't have to go back. Ooh. Oh, that's so much better. Now, let me switch to a slightly wider nozzle and just see what that... Oh, yes. Yeah, now I can do a lot more in these areas. I think the green's the best. Yeah, the green gets everything. I actually need to get... I was reminded of something, because I was thinking about... I was joking... This is my train of thought. I was thinking about, what was it? How I said this isn't the first time I've had $18 to my name. Then I thought about how I recently got a second copy of Perfect Dark, and then I thought about I need to get the memory pack so I can actually play the single player in that game, because there's like a memory expansion pack in for N64. This is Mario Galaxy. It's a Star Festival. I know this one because I Let's Played this game. You can find that on my YouTube channel. It's linked down below. There's a lot of interesting pieces of like gaming that I really want. One that's kind of hard to find is, like, I want every version of like Nintendo's handhelds consoles. One that I particularly want to get, and this is kind of personal, I want the Game Boy Light, which was just a Game Boy with a backlight. I know, revolutionary. If I keep advertising, eventually someone will subscribe. But then another, there's also a couple other interesting ones. I do eventually want to get like a Virtual Boy, but those things are hard to find. And I think they're about $600. So I'm holding off on those for a long time because they're so hard. They're really expensive, so I don't want to get one right now. I want to wait until I'm like better off in existence. There's also just some weird oddities that I've seen in like existence, like one recently I discovered is like a home arcade machine called a Vectrex. It was really weird. And then there's the first console. There's the first console that actually had interchangeable cartridges, even before Atari did. It's called the F. It's called the F channel. And like little oddities like that. And then there's the first home console to ever be made. It's the Magnavox Odyssey. Like stuff like that. They're cool. It's stuff like that that I really want. Because I truly cherish, like, this sounds so familiar. Wait. Oh, wait, is this Xenoblade? No. Yes? Oh, no. Wait, this is Unwavering Heart. This played earlier. No wonder it sounds so familiar. It tricked me. I played the same song twice. Yeah. Oh, there was another really weird one that I wanted. That, like, I've discovered recently. I can't remember what it's called now. Crap. I could imagine. It actually has, like, a chapters thing so I can see what's in here. Because, like, there's some Kingdom Hearts music that won't get me, completely destroyed. That said, there is absolutely, no Kingdom Hearts music in here, thankfully. This has been really relaxing, just the music and the power washing. I just looked over and saw we're only at 76%. But we do have a new power washer, so that's a plus. What was the other weird one that I can't think of now? I do eventually want to get an Atari 2600. Because, like, that's one of the most famous gaming consoles of all time. That was what truly started, like, the big home gaming market. Like, you had to have an Atari back in, like, the 70s, early 80s. Until, like, the gaming crash. Like, that literally was the rise and fall of home gaming before it got revived by the NES. Like, that's such a major part of gaming history. I was actually really upset because I was living not far from the Atari landfill at the time that they were digging it up. So I actually could have gotten, if I didn't have goddamn school, because it was happening when I was in high school. If I didn't have goddamn school, I could have gone to the Atari landfill and gotten an Atari 2600 from it. And, like, that would be such a legendary piece of history. To not just have an Atari, to have one from the landfill. Like, that would be awesome. I don't know if it would work, but, like, still, it would be the best hunk of junk I ever owned. I never got to go. Yeah, so when the video game... Yeah, so the Atari landfill was essentially when the video game markets crashed in 1980... I want to say 83? Oh, I'm going to look this up to make sure my information is correct. Video game... Yeah, 1983. So in the video game crash of 1983, it was mainly due to Atari kind of prioritizing quantity over quality. They were making a lot of bad games that people just were not liking, and mass producing the hell out of them. And due to this, when eventually people were just done with video games and not buying them anymore, Atari was stuck with a bunch of their mass-produced consoles and video games. So what this left them with was a bunch of consoles and video games that they couldn't sell, that they ended up placing in a landfill in Roswell, New Mexico. And so, like, due to the crash, they could not sell those, and so they just buried them. They were literally buried and lost to time. It is one of the most important moments in gaming history. Yeah. Yeah, they were digged up. They were dug up very recently. They were dug, like I said, they were dug up when I was in high school, about 2017, 2018? The landfill got dug up. So there were a bunch of people who, like, have the kinds of Ataris I was talking about, like they got the Ataris that were from that landfill, and they get to say they have a piece of gaming history. And I'll always be a little upset that I don't have one, but yeah, I'll be able to get just a general Atari one day. I really want that Atari Lego set. If there's anything I love collecting as much as I love collecting video games, it's Legos. Legos are just so fun to put together. Like, I keep a lot of video game themed Legos in my office. What do you want, Park Warden? Creosote is fungicidal, cheap, and just an absolute joy to pour. Amelie is also profoundly toxic to humans who ingested swings and... So, yeah, what I said earlier, it's toxic, and that's probably why they don't use it. Like, if you look at the background of my videos, only the ones related to video games are in here, but I have the Lego NES and CRT TV that comes with it, the Lego question mark block for the 30? I think that was for the 35th anniversary. No, I think it was specifically for the anniversary of Mario 64. I also have a Lego Luigi. I don't have Lego Mario, because fuck him. I do kind of want to get Lego Peach, though. And if they make her Lego Daisy. I have one Lego Yoshi. It's a pink Yoshi. I have a Lego Green Hill Zone from Sonic. Which, I really hope they do more like that. It looks like they have a place where they can attach onto it, and I would love to have like a Lego chemical plant. That would be so cool. Oh, what's up, honey? You like tugging at my leg? Oh, you just needed? I also have like a lot of other... I have like a small Lego tumbler set. It was like... There's two. There's like a really big collector's edition one, and then there's like a smaller playset one. Like the tumbler from Batman. I think I've shown that one to you. And then I have the original, the Adam West Batmobile. Which I love so much. It's so great. I have an old playset for Avengers Tower. It's very much a playset. It is, but it's Avengers Tower, and I do love having it. What's another cool one I have? Oh, we have an entire collection of Harry Potter sets. That's just these book sets they make. Those actually are on top of one of our bookshelves, like our bookshelf that's dedicated purely to books, because we thought it was funny. Yeah, we have bookshelves dedicated to games and bookshelves dedicated to books. What's another cool thing I have? Sub to twitch.tv/Ray. Oh, I'm trying to think. Oh, I have almost all. I have a lot of starfighters from Star Wars. I have Luke's X-wing, all three of Anakin's Jedi starfighters, but I don't have his. I want the Naboo N1, and I used to have Darth Vader's TIE fighter, but a dumb kid me didn't take care of his Legos. He'd play with them, let them break. And to be fair, I still like mess with my Legos from time to time. Then, like, I'll pick one up, like, mess with it, and then I'll put it back. Because I'm still a child at heart. But, like, I've come to appreciate them more as, like, this is something I built, and I want to, like, I don't want it to break. Especially considering I look back at what Kid Me did, and, like, how those sets would break, how I broke a lot of those sets. Because now I don't have, like, Lego, I don't have, like, Darth Vader's TIE Fighter, because, I didn't take proper care of my Legos as a kid. You should always take care of your Legos. It's very important. I get a lot of, can I just say, I get a lot of stuff from, I always feel so bad about this. I get a lot of, like, DMs on Twitter. A lot of people sliding into my DMs, like, hey, I'm a digital designer, and I want to, and I would like to design stuff for your channel. And it's like, oh, I really appreciate that, but I don't have, like, the funds to, like, commission you or anything, and I feel really bad. I don't want to waste your time, like, going back and forth, like, talking about all this when I know, when it's like, I just cannot afford to commission you. And, like, it's gotten to the point where some of them I just won't respond to, and I feel really bad about it. Like, I get them out so much, and it's like, I really don't want to be, like, kind of scummy about it and just ignore you, but it's like, I can't, I'm sorry. If you are a graphic designer and, like, I ignore any message you send me, it's because I cannot afford it at the time. At least right now. In the future, it's possible that, like, if you're a graphic designer and I don't see, like, direct messages you send me, it's because I get too many. Hopefully. I hope that's what the future holds. I can dream, can't I? But yeah, I really don't want to be rude, but it's like, I can't, I don't want to waste your time. Often if it's, I also prefer to, like, go to my friends first. Like, I often put it out there on Discord before I put it out to, before I go looking for other artists. Ollie's technically the one who also does that stuff. She's the producer, so she looks for art stuff. Ollie has the curse of being producer, where she has to find specific stuff. Because she got bumped down from editor, so now she only has to get, like she recently got bumped back up to editor because she's been editing more, but lately I've been editing more. I also just want to say I really appreciate all the help Ollie helped me with for the channel. This is I just remember what this is. It is from Super Mario Galaxy. It's the red star theme for when you're flying. That's what it is. I was trying to think of why this sounds so familiar, and I placed it. But I truly do appreciate all Ollie does. She helps so much with this channel. And like I give her shit sometimes, and I get frustrated about it, but I truly do just appreciate, like, everything she does. She's such a massive help. Like, I think there's a couple videos where you can see, like, I was frustrated with the edit she made, because I was like, oh man, here's a serious moment. There's actually a the finale of Super Mario Galaxy, she put an edit and she didn't like tell me, and I was like, no, I want this to be a serious moment. But we lost the Adobe file, so I couldn't edit it out. So it's in the episode, and it's like. And it's there forever. Yeah, it's just I've had to come deal with. Nowadays, I do check the edits after to see if there's like any I want to like change or if I want to do. And the reason I do that is because there's points where it's like I don't think this is a fitting moment for a joke. I think she like, and sometimes there's like general moments where she's like, "Oh, I shouldn't put a joke in here." Like, there's some scenes in Spider-Man where it's super serious, and she's like, "Oh, I shouldn't do that." But then there's points where it's like, I want this to be serious, and she doesn't want it to be serious. And it's like, okay, well, this is... With Leading the Blind, it's generally, the whole thing is comedy. Like, even the serious moments. So, like, Leading the Blind is where I'm like, oh, do you want... you can edit whatever you want. This is where you can, like, get really fun with it. And she's like, nah, I say most of... She doesn't want to edit Leading the Blind, because she's like, I say most of what I do in the videos. And it's like, I get that, but like I still end up having to do tough edits. Like there's a lot of edits that you've probably seen that meme. The all mine. Like if you've seen the bouncing ball edit, that's one I do. Like the bouncing ball song edit, which I've done twice. I did that in Danganronpa 2 as well. That's one I consistently have to do because Ollie doesn't like doing that one just because it's a more complex one. And it's a joke, it's my joke. So I never get mad at her for not wanting to do that one because that's my bit. It's like, oh, I can't make you mad about... I can't be mad about her not wanting to edit something that I decided to do. But it has gotten to the point where because I've gotten generally good at editing, if it's like I ask for an edit in the video, she'll just like, okay, have fun with that. Yeah, but to be fair, there also used to be a point when I'd do those kinds of... When I'd be editing and I wouldn't put those kinds of edits in, I was like, I can't do that. And now it'd be like, yeah, let's figure this out. There's only a couple I haven't done because, like, I was either just lazy or like it was something I didn't know how to do. Because sometimes we edit those late at night, and it's like I do not want to deal with editing this right now. Especially when like, because sometimes the shoe's been on the other foot, and I've had to edit complex stuff Ollie's wanted to. Like we both had to edit stuff we didn't want to edit. I think there was one time where Ollie said she'd edit, and it was like, oh yeah, sure. She was like, oh yeah, sure. And then like she came, and then she was like, no, I'm too tired. And she went to bed. I was like, you said you'd edit, and she was like, and she was like, no, I'm going to bed. I'm too tired. Just edit it. And I was really mad at her about that. I think I like messed with her in her sleep before I went to go edit. I was very passive aggressive about it. I generally do not like when that's when I said before that it's frustration. That's one thing I get frustrated about. Because usually I'm pretty okay with editing. I don't like when, and this has happened a couple times, when Ollie's like, oh yeah, I'll edit, and then she doesn't edit. And then I'm stuck editing it. Because you also have different editing styles. She actually speeds up the what thing down here? She speeds up the footage to make it go quicker, but I don't do that because I just play at normal speed so that way I can properly hear it. Because the squeaky voices when you fast forward hurts my brain. Yeah, she does it in 2 times speed. I just like her editing more because she's better at editing. She can do the more complex stuff. But I've been to a point where I can do animations and I can do some weird stuff if I want to. Danganronpa 2 I've honestly felt has been like kind of a pride for me in terms of some of my edits. But I hope that every series that like my current series can be my pride. Like I'm currently like this is the best I am able to do at this moment. And maybe one day I'll look back on it and be like, wow, I wasn't that good at this point. But it would be like that just shows how far I've grown. Because right now these series that I am working on are like the absolute. To give you an idea how far I've come in editing, Super Mario Brothers, not Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario Galaxy Episode 3, which is the 3rd video I ever made, is exported wrong. I didn't know how to export videos because I was using Adobe Premiere for the first time. And Ollie was like, she was asleep. So like if you ever look at that video, you'll see that it's not, the aspect ratio is wrong, it's totally off. It doesn't even have like, because like at the time Ollie was doing like the individual colors for herself. She was doing the yellow, she was doing the orange and the purple. I wasn't doing that. It's white text because I didn't know how to do that at the time. There's a lot of edits that I just couldn't do back then. And now I'm better. And that's all we can ever hope to be, is we can just hope to be better than we were yesterday. That's something I picked up from The Good Place. That's like a major quote. It's not about good or bad. It's about being better today than you, about doing better today than you were yesterday. The Good Place is still like one of my favorite shows of all time. It's shows like The Good Place and The Office that truly make me hate the laugh track. Because I've come to realize that my favorite sitcoms of all time, like The Good Place, The Office, and recently Psych. Psych is so goddamn funny. Psych is so funny, but it's also a great detective show. So like, well, I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, but none of those have laugh tracks. They're funny. Like, the comedy's just able to roll because like it's not relying on the laugh track. And I think that's how comedy should be. It should never be like limited by these dead people laughing from voice recordings that are like as older than I am. Because like some of the people on those recordings are dead. You're hearing ghosts laughing. Psych is great. Me and Ollie were watching that together. Me and Ollie were watching that together. And when she gets back to it, we should watch Psych. We haven't watched Psych in so long. I think we got to like season 3 or 4. Oh, I got. Hang on. One sec. Finally! Oh my god. Hold up. I gotta check something. Well, some of those are live, actually. I learned that The Big Bang Theory actually had an audience. Okay, so what I was saying finally about is, yeah, I'm getting the refund. I'm finally getting the refund. Oh, today's a good day. So it's still gonna take a couple days before it gets back to me. Like it says 3 to 5 business days. So, like today, it probably won't get back to me till like tomorrow, for a couple days at the earliest. But no, like Big Bang Theory has a laugh track, but it also had a live audience. Yeah, but they do a live audience and then they put on a pre-recorded laugh track, which I always hate. That's what, because you'll always hear, like in those laugh tracks, the same laugh. I do remember someone said something kind of stupid about Big Bang Theory. It was they were talking about like is it like it was actually a very interesting video about green screen, and it was very smart and well done. And we're talking about how to properly do green screen, because the reason why green screens often look weird is because of lighting. Because when you're green screened in, the lighting of where you are often isn't correct for where you would be. So the reason why something is so as you sorry, it's something stuck in my throat. So what they said about Big Bang Theory is they didn't understand why in the episode where they're all in front of like that big what's it called? What's the term? It was like that mountain from Star Trek where it was like Captain Kirk had the big fight, and it's like just outside of Los Angeles, and you can drive there. But the reason why they can't do that is because they have a studio audience. You can't bring the studio audience to offshoot locations, which means they're missing part of the episode. That's why, like, even if this is a place that you can go to, they can't, because it has to be in the studio. They can't do stuff like that. You can look it up. If it helps, it was also in Bill and Ted. It was in the second Bill and Ted movie. And it was also in Big Bang Theory. Like, do you remember when they were going in Comic-Con, then got locked outside their car? Like, they were all in Star Trek outfits. It's that episode. Oh. I remember. Bill and Ted. Have you never heard of Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, and as well as their Bogus Journey? They're just really simple, fun movies. That's fair. Yeah. It was in the second Bill and Ted, the Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. So like the first movie was it's these two guys who are literally like in the future they're hang on. I'm trying to think how this way. Is these two guys who are about to flunk their history class. And so someone comes from the future and gives them a time machine, so that way they can travel through time in order to like get the information they need for the history report. And you've probably seen like, because they also have like a phone booth, but the phone booth time machine, but it's more like the one from the 80s. Because I'm sure you've seen that. It's not. It does like not to be confused with like the TARDIS, the police call box. It's like a. It's like one from the. It's like a phone booth from the 80s, like with the clear sliding door. And it's really funny. I really like it. With you know how it was one of Keanu Reeves' like early roles. Like he played I think he oh crap, I mix them up sometimes. He played I think he played Bill in that. Hey, be excellent to each other and party on, dudes. Yeah, it was one of his only. Yeah, because the third one came out fairly recently. Bill and Ted Face the Music, and which was also pretty good. I th- I do think I have some problems with that one though. You know what Keanu movie I still need to see? I need to see John Wick 3. It's the one. It's the only one I haven't seen so far. Although I think the fourth one's out too, isn't it? The John Wick movies are so good. I was very like there were movies that at first everyone praised them, and I was like, they just. But I always like they just sound kind of like standard action movies to me, so I never really got too interested in them. Then I heard people like talking about them. But eventually, I was like, maybe I should give them a shot because it was like we got Peacock for free, and the John Wick movies were on there. So I watched the first two. And I was like, these are outstanding. Like not only is the fight choreography amazing, but like just this system of like international assassins and how it works is awesome. I loved it. Yeah, that's why Ollie won't watch it. I think she would love John Wick if it wasn't for that. I I do remember like that was because for a long time I didn't get the dog and like why this whole thing was started over a dog. And then when I actually watched the movie, it's like, oh, you know what? This makes sense now. Because it meant a lot more than a dog. Because it was because I said this before. The laziest way to establish a villain is to have them kill an animal, because very quickly you immediately hate that person. It is a very cheap way to make someone hate a. Well, I want to point out because this guy also I think he attacked him at his house and then stole his car, which was also had to do with his wife. But I do think it's a lazy bit of writing when you have a villain kill an animal, because it's just a cheap way of establishing them as the villain. I've said this before when we were talking about the second Suicide Squad, like, because that's like the literal first thing they do when they show, I think it was Savant. I think it's so lazy. Yeah, and it was just a baby. It did nothing wrong. Anyways, so it's so weird seeing that we're 94% done. Okay, so that's all done. I think it's all that's left is really over here, and then that big area I left untouched. You know, subscribe to twitch.tv/Ray. God, is it really already 7? I was gonna stream till 9. It's 7:30. I don't know, maybe if we finish this, we should just call it. Because this took a lot longer than I thought it would. I don't know why I thought this would be shorter. I think it's, you know what? I think it's because the last video I saw of this specific one, it was 2 people, and I think they did it in, like, an hour. Because they were each covering different parts of it. That would make sense. And I forget that I am one person, alone, with my single power washer. And so I should be getting paid double, thank you. I know I said this wasn't about the money, but it is appreciated. I have been stretching my back, and I do have water. So right now, I haven't in a while because there was a cat on me. And she fell asleep. She fell asleep resting on my leg, so I haven't moved in a bit. I don't need water, I have power washing. This is my water gun. This is my water. Yeah. Though I do need to get, I do want to get more. Can I get something, some more drink? Eat the cat and get water. Man, if only Stay Hydrated bot was here. I do think Stay Hydrated bot is one of the most important bots on Twitter. Or Twitch. God damn it. I need to figure out how to get Stay Hydrated bot in my... Yeah. You were literally like, Oh, what you hear, honey? Did you hear, like, something slam off in the distance? Yeah, after you're talking about, like, why they have to do that to a dog, you're like, throw your goddamn cat aside. Go get some water. Dude, Ollie would be pissed if I did that. And I know, this is the one stream I know she's gonna watch. Whoa, what the... That was weird. I took my finger off the trigger for a second, and for some reason it kept spraying. I don't know why I'm looking at the soaps. It's not like it matters. See, I got startled awake by something and then went back to sleep. Why can't I... Can I finish cleaning this underside? God, there's so many cracks. Hang on. Oh, right, I don't have the specific nozzle. What do you think she's gonna send snipers? She's gonna come to Greece and kill you herself. You told me to throw our cat. She's going to take care of this herself. Oh, that took so long. Alright, what is left? Can I see? Alright, so the slide, alright, so the slide is what we need to work on. I just want to finish the slide. What did I miss? Oh, over here. There might be another... I don't know if we'll do, we'll probably go back to Persona, but I think I'll also be streaming Friday. Just because, I'm not working, but Ollie is. And usually, like, she's not working on Fridays, so, I'd be like, oh, since we're both not working, let's spend the day together. But since she is working, I literally have nothing to do. The struggles of both working shifted jobs. How's the slide not done? What am I missing? It's like specks left. There we go. Ooh, this is from Twilight Princess. I think this was the Hyrule Field. This should be Hyrule Field. Yeah. But for some reason it says it's... it's Sweden from Minecraft. So I think they messed up their things. Oh. We're very close to being done, though. Okay, I need to head in here. I don't think I finished cleaning. Yeah, I didn't. What is still left? That's not. Climbing pole guards. Where's that? Where are those? And I'm missing 2 large bridge slats because of course I am. Oh, these. That's horribly messy. How did I miss all this? Probably. I don't think we ever had like bar stools like that at any playgrounds I went to as a kid. This is from Steven Universe. Once again, I was promised game music. I'm not giving it. So bold. Maybe I'll find myself sitting on the distant shore. Maybe I'm not alone. Wait. Oh, the large blue floor. Yeah, I know that's dirty. We're not cleaning that yet. Which one of these bridge slats is the one that's dirty? Alright, those are done. Alright. Slide guards. Those are up here. The last thing it should give me is, like, the floors. Which, to be fair, is a massive amount of the mess here. Alright, that slide guard's done. Oh, this strut isn't done. Oh, yeah, there's a lot on the side here. Ooh, wow, there's a lot that missed too. Oh. Oh, here we go. It feels like I'm so close, and yet there's still so much. Well, that one's fun. God, I did not wait for the dings on a lot of these. Alright, let's see. What am I still missing? Ooh. That rocketed. Alright, tower floors, tower undersides. Are some of the tower undersides not done? Did I only do one of the tower undersides? I did, god damn it. To be fair, that one was giving me a hard time, so I imagine these ones also did. And I was like, I'll come back to them later. Yeah, that's one done. There should be a... Alright, so that's done. Try and be gentle with it, because just... It takes the slightest tap, and then it, like, skyrockets. So it's really hard to see where I'm working. Slide platform and small bridge platform. The small bridge floor still 30. So slide platform. That's clean. There's that vertical strut. Where's the small bridge platform? It should be near the small bridge, but like, I don't see it. Tower lower walls. Oh, I'm missing like one of those. Hang on, let me go find it. Tower lower wall, tower lower wall, tower lower wall. Oh, wow, this one's a mess. I guess I missed it behind the cargo net. Oh, clean. Alright, so tower trims and tower vertical struts. So, where are the trims? What are the trims? Is it these things? So this is the last vertical strut that needs cleaning. That one's done. So what's the trim? Is it these red things? It's a support strut. I'm looking for... Is it the... I'm missing a support strut. So, tower roof support strut, I'm missing 2 of those. I'm missing a couple of support struts in general. Then tower trims. I don't know what those are. Alright, well let's handle the support struts. I think I'm missing 3 of these. That one's clean. 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 This one's clean. This one's clean. This one's clean. Noticing that most of these are clean. I'm starting to... Excuse me. Oh, here we go. Some of these ones up here. I just totally messed up here. %, though. Okay, so I'm still looking. So this support strut's still a mess. I think it's some of the inner support struts that I couldn't get. because of, like... So this one's still a mess? No. Oh, hang on. Oh, that's all the floor stuff. I'm trying to see, like, what's still... Alright, let's get this. Alright, that one's done for. This one still needs a bit of cleaning. Yeah, finish jump method. Okay, now where's the trim? Is it? It's these down here, isn't it? Yeah. So I missed one of these. There's so many individual pieces to this. That trim's good. Oh, here's one. Oh, there we go. Oh, this one's so dirty too. There we go. Is that the last of the tower trim? Blue floor, green floor. I think it's just the floors now. Oh, nope. Yeah, it is. It looks like it's just the floors now. So, I am no longer free promotion. I'm no longer a sellout. It's gonna feel good when this is all done. Yep, just that. Yep, it really was just these oscillator 4. I managed to make this the last thing I did. It made it a little bit harder on me, but hey, it was a dumb joke that I decided to stick with. I'm actually kind of impressed with myself. I really hope the camera angle, wherever it is, has a perfect view where it's in where it says Twitch. This is sub to twitch.tv/Ray. Alright, and here we go. Job complete. Oh, look at that. Bright, shiny, and new. Let's look at our tablet. See how it came out. I really hope it's front and center. Please. It's good enough. I mean, the angle doesn't really cater to it, but it really shows that I saved that for last. Just the fact that... That was really fucking funny. Just the fact that state how long I managed to avoid that. It's actually kind of impressive, if I'm being honest. Oh. You know, because it's short, we'll do one more. We'll do the quick the quick golf cart, and then we'll call it. Oh, today's been a good day. Not only did I get all my Adobe stuff fixed, I also managed to like do a lot of power washing. I got my Adobe stuff fixed. I got a refund from the Uber from that terrible Uber experience. And I just got to have fun power washing. Today was a good day for me. You know, after this, I'm just gonna relax for a bit. I still have to edit, but I can hold off on that for a little bit. I can just enjoy myself. After, like, being sick the past couple days, and, like, even having to call work, which I generally thought was a bummer, I'm really happy that, like, I got, like, things started to work out for me again. It's very nice that I played this game to de-stress from all the stuff that's, like, been kind of ailing me lately, and, like, the fact that that just playing this game kind of solved all of them. Like, all of them got solved while we were playing this. That's kind of awesome. Let it be known. Power Wash Simulator fix everything. I literally just need to power wash my soul. That's all it was. Like the stream title says. Let me grab the store real quick. This is a really nice, relaxing stream. I definitely will do this whenever I feel like whatever we're doing has been like just too crazy. This is a very nice, just relaxing, like game. And just like that, we're done. I freaking speed ran this one, didn't I? Excuse me? There we go. Oh, satisfying. I think that's going to be a stream. Unless there's like another vehicle right after. Yeah, there's not. I don't know, maybe one day I would like, if I ever feel like I just need a detox. I don't know, how does any of this stuff manage to get dirty? For being fair. Alright, real quick, before we end this, I'm going to do some shopping. Like $460. I want to get some new equipment. So what's the one I currently have? I want this turbo nozzle for this. And then the one I currently have, I think is the Prima Vista 50. No, it's the Urban X2. Oh, do I not have the access to the long extension for that? Does it not have a long extension? Wait. Does the Urban X2 not have a long extension? Oh, that would really suck. Hold up. Oh, that really sucks if it doesn't. Why does it not have a long extension? So, and this is only compatible with the premium. So I can't. Oh, that's so dumb. Then why would you get the medium one? It seems like it would be better to stick with the basic one so you can get the next one up. Oh, I feel gypped. Well, I'm stuck with this now. You know, technicality, I can clean a steam locomotive and a mini golf course? Okay, we might be coming back to this on Friday and doing some of these special ones. That's a free play too? Wait, whoa, what's this Ferris wheel? Dude, I want... What? Was that added? What? I'd never seen the Ferris wheel before. What the hell is that Ferris wheel there? I want to clean that. I know next time, but like, there's so much stuff. Alright. You don't have to stay through this, but thank you for staying here. I do appreciate the company. Why are you up at 5 a.m.? It probably has. Anyway, thank you guys for coming. Oh, this has been a really fun stream. I do want to come back to this next. This is definitely gonna be a next stream before we go back to Persona. Hell, who knows? Maybe we'll 100% this game before I'm like, let's go back to Persona, because I'm just having so much fun with this. This is so relaxing. Not to mention, all my life's problems seem to be solved when I play this game. So, who knows? Maybe if I play this, maybe if I keep playing this, I'll win the lottery. Like, I'm gonna buy a lottery ticket and then play this game again, and then like I'm gonna find out I won the lottery. Dude, I think this is a foolproof plan. Anyways, if you want to check out my, you can find my Twitter down below. Twitter.com/, The Real Game Hero as well. And you can also check out my YouTube. That's just down below because, as I said earlier, my URL is absolutely goddamn ridiculous. So just go down below and check out that URL. One second. Oh, just that. And you can find my channel. Where you can talk about all the. You can actually check out all the videos we talked about. Next stream will probably be on Friday. Friday, 2 p.m. Mountain Standard, Mountain Daylight. I don't know, just Mountain Time for right now. But until next time, thank you for coming. I'll see you all later. Bye bye.